All right. Good afternoon. This is Yusuf, the host of the Daily Money Market. We actually, welcome. Today is Tuesday. Yesterday was Monday, and there was a holiday, so that is why we couldn't see a lot of updates coming from the house of the Daily Money Market. So today, Tuesday, we decided let's actually share what is the market update of the week. What are we looking up to for this week? So I'm trying to look for where I can be able to upload a document so that we can be able to actually share the document. But there's no problem. If I can't find it, I can even continue with the update of the week that we see. So just to recap in terms of Monday, the high impact volatility news that we saw Monday, it was on the Eurozone. It was Monday 10 a.m. There was a German info business climate. So this German info business climate is actually, a survey closed watched by the traders because it serves as an early indicator of economy healthy. It can also, give a little bit of a signal for future trends in spending or hiring people, or as well as, the investing. So this is what we saw yesterday. The release of it. Of course, there was 100. We saw it moving. We saw Euro USD moving as well from the Eurozone. And I was checking, Euro USD drops yesterday all the way to 1.05760. Today it started to actually picking up. German 30 had also high impact volatility on it. UK 100, as I said. So that was Monday, bringing us the high impact volatility news in terms of the Europe. There was no much in the market Monday. That's why we didn't see maybe Australian dollars having volatility, or Euro, or maybe US having the volatility. But today is Tuesday. The biggest news that is actually happening today, to those who are actually traders in a forex market, you can actually pay attention at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. today, we're going to have the USD three type of news that are happening at the same day. So these news are happening same time. You should always remember it's a 4 p.m. There's CB consumer confidence that is actually happening on 4 p.m. There's also a new home sales release. It's actually also happening on a 4 p.m., including a Richmond manufacturing index coming up also on 4 p.m. So the CB consumer confidence, it's a financial confidence in a leading indicator of consumer spending, which accounts for majority of overall of economy activities. Very important, to see how it's going to come out from the dollar, and see if the dollar index is going to actually, move up, or the dollar index will remain at the same particular value. You can also catch us on YouTube. We're on the YouTube. The channel is the Daily Money Market. You can be able to get us on YouTube as well. The new home sales. The new home sales actually it's a new residential sales, or so-called new home sales, is a key economy indicators. It triggers a chain reaction, including the furniture and appliance purchases, mortgage sales by the banks, and the broker commission. So if you get a new house, definitely you always want to buy mortgage on that house. You want to buy TVs, you want to buy this. So the more people are getting new home sales, it drives also the retail industry, because people will be participating in the market and be able to buy some appliance for their houses, ironing board, things like that. So they actually also have the measurement, which is called the new home sales account, how many people get the homes, and again how much appliance has been purchased in that particular region. When it comes to Richmond manufacturing, so a Richmond manufacturing, it's a Fed index, right? It's actually manufacturing the activities index survey of 55 manufacturers in a Richmond. So in a Richmond assets, there's a 55 index that are under Richmond, that are being released today. Those indices also, it actually drives things like a USD JPY, USD ZAR. We're going to see USD ZAR shaking up today. We're going to see also US30 having a volatility, S&P 500, Euro USD, USD Canadian dollar. So many instruments that we can pay attention for, today, which is Tuesday. Let me see if we do have other news on today, high impact. Not yet. So only the US on 4 p.m. That's where the activity is. And I like it is because of it's just after the New York session open, right? Imagine 30 minutes after New York session open and there's a higher impact volatility news. So think about how much is going to, drive the market, drive the US index, drive the dollar zone, into that particular time. All right, so let's get on Tuesday. On Wednesday. On Wednesday, early hours in the morning, I think a lot of people who does trade Sydney session is called the Sydney sessions. There are countries like New Zealand, Australia, and Switzerland. Those are under the Sydney sessions. So we're going to see the 3:30 a.m. Australian CPI, a consumer price index of Australian. Remember, the consumer price index actually drive most of the overall inflation, and this matters for the currency value as the central bank often raise the interest rates to control the inflation. So if you are into a Sydney session person, a person who like to actually, waking up early hours in the morning and participate in trading, definitely this is your thing that you can be able to look up to Australian dollar on Wednesday, which is tomorrow, 3:30 a.m. In terms of USD, we also have 2:30 p.m. We have durable goods orders month to month. We have a durable goods orders year to year that is being released on 2:30 p.m. Wednesday. Exactly, we're going to see gold having some higher impact volatility. We're going to see USD JPY having some high impact volatility as well. We are going to see NAS 100 having the very, very high impact volatility. So that's Thursday. Earlier on, that's Wednesday. Getting on a Thursday, we do have all day news that's starting from 9 a.m. from Europe. So there's a 2 CPI coming on Thursday. This CPI coming from the Euro region. We're going to see the German CPI. And again, we're going to see the Spanish CPI, the Spanish consumer index. So these are going to drive the Eurozone in terms of Euro USD, but mostly also there's an index based on, that region. Index like in German, you can look up to German 30, see how high impact volatility in terms of German 30, gives. In terms of Spain, if you're a trader, search for ES35. ES35, it's a Spanish index. It's a combination of 35 companies under one umbrella being traded in a stock in the Euro Stock Exchange. So yeah, ES35, it's a thing there. You can be able to capitalize, catch the high impact volatility. Of course, don't forget the Euro GBP, the Euro USD, the Euro CAD, the Euro CHF. Those are the instruments or so that we can look up to on Thursday. Thursday later on, 2:30 p.m. There's also the USD high impact volatility news. So you can see from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the dollar always coming up with a report so that we can be able to understand how the market is going or how the global economy in terms of the USD is going. So there is a final GDP and 2:30 p.m. there's also an employment claim. So the gross domestic product often refers to as the broadest measure of economic activity and survey as the primary gauge of the economic health. Very important to understand the GDP if you are in a investment market or if you are in a forex market. Very, very important. Unemployment claims, again, also known as the jobless claims on initial claim, for their significance in assessing the labor market and their potential impact of economic factors of the market. Again, very, very important to understand an employment claim, because what it does is it actually preparing how the Fed's going to release in terms of non-farm payroll when we are coming to the new month. This is going to the last week of September, beginning week of next month, first Friday. That's where they're gonna have the NFP non-farm payroll. So the week before, that's where you're going to see the job claims, understanding how exactly people are claiming or actually, looking for a job, how many people are actually participating in a job market. Uh, Market is going to be moving very, very high from NAS 100 USD Chief, US 30, S&P 500. Those are the instruments that we're going to see high impact volatility. Closing up on Friday, last day of the market, this coming Friday, it will be on the 29th of September. Early hours in the Asian session, just after Sydney session finish on the Asian session in the 3:30 a.m. There's a Chinese manufacturing PMI. It's been a lot of talk, a lot of conversation in terms of China economy and how it's actually impacting the whole global economy. So manufacturing PMI, those who trade Asian session, if you can be able to wake up early Friday, you can be able to participate in that instrument. So there's a couple of instruments that you should have now, you should look up to. Instrument like JP225, SN50, China H, Hong Kong 50. Those are instruments that you can be able, to look up to on Friday so that you can catch high impact volatility. Later on, Canadian dollar, it's coming on a GDP month to month, very important GDP month to month. It's a gross domestic product. It actually measures a comprehensive indicator of economic activities. Very, very important. If you are part of the good thing about this GDP, it's actually coming on 2:30 p.m. our time. That means that side it will be early a.m. hours or midnight, if I can say, in Canada. But instrument that we can be able to look up to: Canadian versus New Zealand dollar, Canadian versus Swiss franc, USD versus Canadian dollar versus JPY. These are some of the instruments that we can actually look up to on Friday. Closing on Friday in the US again, US dollar again dropping another PCE price index, as well as UOM consumer sentiment. All of them, they're coming on 2:30 p.m. and 4 p.m. 2:30 p.m. Central Africa time and 4 p.m. Central Africa time. That will be the last of the week, whereby we're going to see NAS 100, US 30, S&P 500, gold, USD CAD, Eurozone having a little bit of more attractive or more volatility in the market. Just to wrap it up, how the weekly is gonna be. Monday, as we say, 10 a.m., which was yesterday, we're looking on the euros. Tuesday, we're going to look for 4 p.m., which is USD. Wednesday, 3:30 a.m., there's Australian, news. 2:30 p.m., there's USD news. On a Thursday, all day, we have Euro CPI. Again, 2:30 p.m., USD news coming on. Friday, that's where we're seeing China news coming on 3:30 a.m., 2:30 p.m. Canadian dollar, 2:30 p.m. USD, 4 p.m. on Friday, another US dollar high impact volatility news. So yeah, that's actually how the market is looking in terms of high impact volatility news. Trust me, if you are catching these high impact news and the time and the type of instrument that you should be able to participate, you're going to catch the volatility. You're going to set yourself in a position whereby you can now start making money through forex trading. A lot of people, they don't make money in a forex trading. A lot of people, they lose money and they end up saying that this is a scheme. This is not the right thing, but it's just because we are actually only looking on a chart and to trade. We don't look high impact volatility news that drives those charts. That chart doesn't move itself. It moves because of there's a high impact volatility that is being announced or any economic activity that is being happening. So it's very important to always take a note of high impact volatility if you're a trader or you want to be a good trader, so that be able to know what you can do, what you can trade, when should you be able to trade, and moving on, so on and so forth. So just an update on gold. Yesterday, gold opening up on a $1,939. I saw gold dropping all the way to 1,911. I'm actually anticipating that gold can continue, a little bit dropping, maybe to 1,900 flat, 1,900 flat. Couple of pips from 1,911 to 1,900 flat. You can make some, a couple of dollars if you're jumping in on gold. S&P 500. Let me look on S&P 500. S&P 500 yesterday closing at 4,333. Right now it's sitting at 4,320. The high anticipation days get to the 4,300 flat. That's actually where we are actually, anticipating that the market will go all the way to that downtrend. Just to finish up with the Nasdaq, yesterday closing at 14,780. Right now opening in the morning, opening up at 14,782. Right now it's sitting at 14,707, fluctuating from there. Where exactly we're anticipating on a Nasdaq? Maybe we're thinking it might drop a little bit to 14,650, and then from there it can start picking up and get to 14,800 or 14,700, depending on those high impact volatility news that we've been talking about, and that's where we can see how the market is going. All right, thank you very much for tuning in. You can actually, get all the videos on YouTube. It's the Daily Money Market. You check it out on the video. So much information on YouTube. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe.